In the heart of the city, down a narrow alley that smelled of damp stone and old secrets, was a tiny shop called The Measured Moment. Its windows were always dark, its door perpetually locked. Yet those who needed it most always found their way there. Inside was Lev, the watchmaker. He was an old man, his back bent from a lifetime of peering into the intricate hearts of clocks. His hands, though gnarled with age, were still steady, and his voice was a low, precise tick, a sound that felt like the very essence of time itself given a tone. Lev did not repair watches to tell the hour. He repaired them to remember it. People brought him broken timepieces, a grandfather clock that stopped the moment its owner died, a pocket watch crushed in an accident, a child's plastic watch that had faded in the sun. Each held a moment that had been violently stilled. Lev would listen to their story, his head cocked, his eyes closed. Then he would take the broken thing and disappear into the back of his shop. He worked not with tools of steel, but with tools of memory. He would hold the broken watch in his palm, and his deep, quiet voice would begin to hum, resonating with the frozen gears inside. A woman brought a delicate silver wristwatch, its crystal shattered, its hands forever still. "It was my mother's," she whispered. "It stopped the night she left the hospital. The doctors said her heart just gave out." Lev took the watch. That night, in the pool of light from his green-shaded lamp, he held it. His low hum filled the room, a vibration that sought out the memory trapped in the metal. "The rhythm is still here," he murmured, his voice like the turning of a great slow gear. "It is not a failing. It is a final, strong beat, a conclusion." He did not replace the broken crystal. Instead, he let his voice smooth the edges until they caught the light like diamonds. He aligned the hands to the exact time of passing. "There," he said, "it is not broken. It is complete. It has captured its last, most important moment." When he returned it, the woman gasped. It was more beautiful broken than it had ever been whole. A young man, face pale with grief, brought in a sports watch with a cracked digital face. "It was my brother's," he said, his voice cracking. "He was wearing it during the climb. It's just blank now." Lev took the watch. He did not try to power it on. He held it in his fist, his deep hum seeking the echo of the last second it recorded. "The numbers are gone," Lev's voice intoned, a sure and certain sound. "But the moment remains." 11:04:23 a.m. The sun was warm on his face. He was looking at the peak. He felt no fear, only joy. That is the time it holds. That is the time he kept. He did not repair the display. He sealed the crack with a resin that held 1,000 tiny glittering particles like a frozen moment of sunlight. He engraved the time on the band. The young man wore it not to tell time, but to remember one specific, perfect moment of it. One afternoon, a little girl pushed open the heavy door. She held out a plastic cartoon character alarm clock. The bell was bent, and it no longer rang. "This is Mr. Jingles," she said solemnly. "He used to wake me up for school, but he's too tired now." Lev took the clock with the same reverence he gave the silver watch. That night he held it, his hum a soft lullaby sound. "This clock did not break," he said to the empty shop, his voice a warm, melodic tick. "It used all its noise. It spent every ring on waking up a little girl who dreamed big dreams. It has earned its rest." He did not fix the bell. He polished the plastic until it shone. He carefully straightened the hands and set them to 7 a.m., the time of its greatest service. And with a final, resonant note from his voice, he made it so that if you held the clock very close to your ear, You could just hear the faint, ghostly echo of a cheerful ring. He gave it back to the little girl. "Mr. Jingles is retired," he said, his deep voice kind. "Now he is a dream keeper. He will guard your sleep." The girl hugged the clock to her chest, beaming. Lev turned off his lamp. Another moment had been measured, understood, and given its proper place in the past. In the silence of his shop, surrounded by 1,000 stilled ticks, the old watchmaker listened. And he could hear them all, not as broken noises, but as a symphony of completed moments, each one perfectly held in the deep, resonant memory of time.